Let's go. What's good, guys? Welcome back. We're just gonna back test. I'm gonna get straight into it. Y'all seen the title, y'all seen the thumbnail. 12:45. We're gonna go for about 45 minutes, just straight. I want to focus on. Let me talk while I'm making this, just because I'm gonna make this shit exact. 45 minutes. There was still the 1 hour one from before, but I want to focus on really finding high quality draws on liquidity and not being stuck to my initial bias and really just listen to what the market is telling me. Just because over the last week of price action, that is what has been happening. We're just going to ask ChatGPT woman.
Hi there. Nice to meet you. I'm excited to.
Hey ChatGPT, can you pick a random month in 2024? All right, well that's not working. Pick a random month in 2024. Cool. I don't know if you guys can see that. There we go. September 2024. Y'all can see that. By the way, flash lunch. Half-eaten quesadilla because I'm hungry. I can't wait. Yogurt, electrolytes, creatine, water. You know, we're like that. So let's go to 2024, September. We're just going to go from the 1st to 2024, October the 1st. Cool, 50K, create session. All right, first things first, let's change these charts. Perfect. Turn this off. Sessions. Let's see what these look like. Does this look right? Not really, but whatever. Alright. Okay, let's just delete all these other tabs. I was trying to use FX Replay, but they don't got futures data for the free one, so fuck them. I already paid for this one anyway. Cool, so let's just fast forward. Start a New York session. Cool. 8 a.m. Cool. So what do we have here? We're also just going to pull up ES and Q. Oh, did I only put MNQ like a dummy? Yeah, I did. Wow. Okay, slight hiccup. No problem. I'm quick like that. No problem. I'm quick like that. MNQ. I also need MES. Perfect. 2024, September 1st. 24, October 1st. Okay, 50K. Perfect. Make sure I'm not messing up this time. Template. Boom. Template. Bow. Indicators. Bow. Turn off the volume because I don't need that shit. Bow. On this one, we got to add the indicator to bow. Perfect. Okay, cool. We are in business now. Start a New York session. All right, let's do it. Let's do it, guys. Let's do it. Perfect. So what do we have? September 4th. Going in the daily. Daily on both. Looks like we just inversed this gap, but we're rejecting down. for now, technically we did inverse this, so we're not really reacting off internal liquidity, I would say, as far as on the daily. Maybe there's a 4 hour or something. We started rejecting down, and now we're starting to pull back up off of this daily gap right here. That's what it looks like. So, yep. So we started to come back down. We're reacting back up off of this daily gap. We don't really have any gas in this leg right now. We did make a super big wick up yesterday, and now we are on the way back down. Let's see, on or back up on the 4 hour. Actually, looks like price did reject off this new week opening gap. Let me go down the 4 hour over here. Yeah, it looks like on the higher time frame we have this new. Is this week? No, this is new. It's not even new day. Oh, this is the same day too. Just a little gap in price right here. Looks like that's what we reacted off before. We kind of made a slow way down as far as the higher time frame is concerned. Reacted off this big gap down here, and now we are going back up. Right now, just off the look, I'm not gonna lie, this looks super bullish. Cause look, we come down, higher time frame reaction, big doji. We push up, make a 4 hour gap. We come back, retrace into that twice. And we're still reacting up. And ooh, this is not white. Let me do this too. Oh, that's already white. Perfect. We have these relative equal highs all resting above. Oh, this is also MNQ. I'm tripping. This isn't even ES. This is the exact same chart. Oh my god, let me see. Alright, where's ES? SMT anywhere? Yep, SMT. Okay, perfect. Okay, this is making a little more sense now. SMT from these highs to these highs. SMTs from, right, same highs. Yep, these highs up to these highs. So you have a bearish SMT in place. ES, are these equal highs? Looks like it does have equal highs though. Let's see. We SMT'd. Oh, I guess I would just have to kind of measure it. Looks like equal highs to me. Looks like ES has equal highs though at this bearish SMT. On ES, we definitely didn't quite dump as much, but we did still come down. We actually swept out some of this liquidity down here, which we of course did on NASDAQ. Okay, an SMT at the lows here somewhere. No, we didn't. All right, that's straight. Cool. Perfect. So bearish SMT at these highs. NASDAQ goes down, makes a lower high. ES makes equal highs. Come down again. Looks like ES had kind of like relative equal highs or like stacked highs right here, but we took them out on this leg. So we have kind of another bearish SMT. So two bearish SMTs at the highs. Because NASDAQ did not take out this high, while ES did take out this one over here. So we kind of have two bearish SMTs in play. So maybe not as perfectly long as I would like. Just going to put this here for the time being, just so that I remember. Cool. And we're also making another SMT off of this latest high right here, because this one's also taking out that high again on ES, while NASDAQ is still down here. I mean, I'm overall bullish still, honestly, because even ES, they have a 4 hour gap right here. Even though we SMT'd these highs, we made this huge wick down before. What time is it? It's 8 a.m. still right now. So I'm actually going to fast forward 30 minutes. 8:30, 9:30. All right, let's see. So on the 1 hour. Oh, shit. Turn this off. Yeah, so on the 1 hour, ES respects this easily. honestly, if I want us to be bearish at all, I'm gonna need to see something crazy. Well, actually, at this point, we are SMTing these highs with Nasdaq, but right now we're simply respecting everything bullish. I mean, technically we did inverse or this gap technically on the 1 hour, but we reacted up. And plus, this is a four. No, it's not. On Nasdaq, this is not a 4 hour gap. So right now we're actually not pushing off anything except for this 4 hour in. Well, no, this is invalidated. So we're not really pushing off anything right now on Nasdaq as far as the 1 hour is concerned. 30 minutes, is there a gap? Nah, there's an inverse gap, I guess. 15 minute, not anything crazy, but Nasdaq does have this huge gap here. So there's gaps on ES that's pushing us up. So I would be bullish for sure first, because until we start disrespecting some of these bullish gaps or bullish imbalances, then maybe. But let's see, 15 minute, let's see where the session liquidity is. We do have London lows below. Let's see, 15 minute. Boom, we have London lows below here. And Asia highs above that we are about to sweep out on ES. And we already did sweep out on Nasdaq. Cool. We also swept out these highs, so technically again we have those SMTs at the highs here. So really, is it from this one? Yeah, so this is like super SMT because we go ES takes out this high while Nasdaq doesn't. Then Nasdaq retraces down here. Lower high. This one now makes a higher high than this one. So we make an SMT down to these lows. And then we make an SMT back up to these highs. So this is kind of like SMT at all the highs. So I wouldn't be willing to get in just yet. Let's see what market open does. Let's go down to the 5 minute. We are rejecting off this 15 minute gap right now. So let's just sit back and wait and watch what happens. Because we just swept Asia. So market out opens, we kind of don't do anything. We just kind of chop up. Oh, actually, I need to zoom in more when I'm on this. We create a little SMT right here. These down these pre-market lows that are in this 15-minute gap. ES comes down off the open, takes them out. Now we are reacting bullish. There's not really nothing yet. Nothing I would take yet. We're just kind of chopping up. I need to see some sort of like manipulation. Since we don't necessarily manipulate off this high. I mean, do we? Not really. We just kind of go up, take it out off the open. Now we're kind of going down. There's not really much bearish I want to see. Maybe if this 15 minute was unfilled, I might catch it to that, but right now, it's not really much. If we make another SMT at these lows, though, that could be interesting. Just wait. Right now, it's 10:05, so the 10 a.m. candle just opened up. Let's check on the hourly, what we have. Let's see. ES is taking out this low again. So that's perfect. Just go down to the 1 minute on ES. So we take out this low. Notice that doesn't take it out just yet. We stop. I'm looking for some sort of stop hunt at this low, of course. Boom, we take it out. We touch into the 15-minute gap. But it looks like we don't actually take out this low. So we're still creating an SMT here. Ooh, fuck. Do we take it out? Looks like we create equal lows. Looks like we create some sort of equal lows. No, we take it out. Cool. So we just took out this. So no more SMT right now. Unless there's other lows down here. No, for now there's not. But both took out this liquidity. We're down here. We still are in a 15-minute gap. We do have 5-minute unfilled here and here. Let's see how we react here. Oh, no, we're just gonna keep going down. Oh, 10:20. So macro's about open for 10:30. 15 minutes. Let's see. Manipulation. What happened over here? Looks a little different, but there's no SMT or anything. What about in the higher time frame? No, ES haven't taken out any liquidity yet. We're kind of just chopping around here at the bottom. ES is starting to react up. Oh, on the 2 minute, this might be the entry. Oh, 3 minute too. On the 15 minute, are we respecting this? We do have 3 more minutes. On the 15 minute, we are respecting this. On the 30 minute also, open, high, low, close. We're about to close. It's not a 30-minute gap though, so that doesn't matter. But there is a 15-minute gap here. It looks like we're about to inverse this if we are reacting up. There is also a 15-minute gap down here that we're respecting. I don't think there's an SMT here. Did we take out these lows? Looks like we made equal lows. Interesting. But NQ is reacting off this 15-minute. We get that line, sweep. If there was an SMT here, I'd be way more confident, but I do like this 3-minute close. Can I just like go back? Oh, okay. Actually, this would be the close that we open, that we enter on. I am going to target where, honestly, since this 5 minutes we're getting disrespected here, I do kind of like this unfilled 5-minute up here. Break even at like these highs. I'm gonna enter here off this 3-minute inverse. Actually, don't do lines, so box. 3-minute inverse here. How many points is this? $55 points. I'm gonna risk 500. So 55 divided by 2, 27.5. So 500 divided in 27.5 is 18 contracts, roughly. A little more than that. So 18 contracts will risk us a little less. So let's just do 18. Buy here, stop loss at these lows. This long wick gives me a lot of confidence, especially with the resweep of these lows. Long wick, there's a 15-minute gap there. we just inversed this 3 minute, we inversed this 1 minute and the 2 minute, but these are a little choppy, and this 3 minutes perfect. So let's see what happens. We're gonna be break even at these highs right here. Alright, whatever. Break even right here. Boom. Move my stop loss up. Break even. Oh, I didn't even set my TP. Oops. I'm gonna do, where's the 5 minute? 5 minutes up there and up there. I do have these higher time, so I think I'm just gonna trail my stop once I get to these. Oh, I didn't even see what the risk to reward would be on this. I didn't even peep. Hold on. Put it right there. Boom. Because this won't be negative, so I'm just gonna hold till up here. Take out this one. So TP at that 5 minute. I'm just gonna let it go. Boom. In reality, I'm gonna let it run. Trail my stop loss here, just because my higher time frame draw is all the way up here. I feel like we're gonna, oh, I wasn't even watching, yes, but I feel like we're gonna take out all the way up to these highs up here potentially. So especially, I just kind of want to see what happens up here. So we're gonna just let this go and trail our stop accordingly. So stop at the old TP. I mean, I don't, like, as much as I want to just be like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna hold this forever. I'm just gonna hold this forever. I mean, it's 10:35. Like, this is like a. I feel like this is just unrealistic. Like, this is like a super banger that I would never catch. I feel like. I mean, I am catching it right now, but I'm just gonna close this out, just because I feel like we could run all the way to these highs, but realistically, after we take this out, I probably would not hold this, especially since I'm already $1,500 in profit. If I'm on an eval, I'm closing that out as soon as I hit 15, because that's max daily drawdown. So we're just going to close this trade out and close position. We're going to see if it runs all the way up there. Okay, so even if I did hold it, we would have just ended up chopping around here. Yeah, even if I did hold it, we would have just chopped around here. I would have closed at 11 o'clock. So could have squeezed a little more profit out of this. But I just feel like I would definitely would have TP'd at this high. For sure. If this was live markets, I would have, if I didn't put my TP at this 5 minute, which I probably wouldn't have just because my draw is so much higher, I would just trail my stop up this way. But sometimes you got to leave some room for your trades to run so that you can get that extra profit. But for the rest of the video, I'm just going to place my TP just for the sake of it. Alright, next trade. Let's skip to a random day in the month, because I'm already halfway through the video. And that was literally one day because I'm slow as shit. So let's just go to this random Thursday. Skip around a little bit on the daily. We're in a bearish daily gap. Sold off. We're in a bearish daily gap down here. ES has a daily gap that we reacted off of internally. So next, ES is probably going to want to come take out these highs. Here. NASDAQ, on the other hand, though, looks a little bit weirder. Just because I think, yeah, technically we have an SMT at these highs. So SMT, we came all the way down. Didn't quite come down to these lows, but now we're in a bearish daily gap. 4 hour. Same thing, just a lot of gaps over here. It's interesting that we're slowing down because usually in these big gaps of price, we kind of shoot through them. But this one, we are starting to slow down, which makes me slightly bearish. Let's see, 30 minute, let's go to open, 2, 3. All right, 9:30 open. We have 4 hour gaps to the downside. We're reacting off a bearish daily gap. It's a lot going on here. The 1 hour, we're chopping a little bit. We're kind of in the middle of like no man's land, not gonna lie. So I'd want to be careful taking a trade here. London highs here. I feel like if we're gonna do anything, we'll probably react off of one of these session liquidities just because there's not too much liquidity to go off of. London lows both got taken out. Looks like London highs got taken out on ES. We have Asian lows here. Asian lows here. Cool. So turn this off. SMT right here. At the London highs. NQ didn't take it out. ES did. We are reacting to the downside right now because there's big gaps above and below us, and we're in a big gap. So it's just kind of like, let's just chill the hell out. Let's just chill out for market open, see what happens. Is there any like 15-minute gaps or anything like that? Not really. Technically, we are in this 15-minute gap from over here, but on ES, we are not. There's no gap. Need 30 minute? 30 minute. Shut up, phone. Shut up. Nah, not since down there. All right, so this is like, I might just fucking fade away this day and just go next. Just off the setup, I'm not gonna lie. But let's see. NASDAQ takes out London lows, so we have a bearish SMT at the highs. NASDAQ takes out London lows. We dump. We react heavily. SMT at these lows right here. So we come down, make another SMT. Let's see. If we had like an unfilled 15-minute above, I would like it. But we don't really have any targets here, I'm not gonna lie. Just because these previous London highs is also SMT'd highs. There is kind of like relative equal highs. Like this is kind of low resistance with these highs, but on NASDAQ. But ES already took out everything to the top side, so I'd want to see like at least a little more or something. Okay, so a big resweep. Wow, okay, so this is like SMT liquidity heaven. The market's obviously telling me it wants to go higher. If we're going to react up off this, right now we will. Because we made a high time frame SMT with these Asian lows, then a low time frame SMT on the 1 minute, while also reacting all the way up, coming all the way back down. Even though usually I do like to see like some sort of stop hunt. So I want to see us sweep out at least some sort of low. An inverse. This is a break even if I entered here. 1 minute here up to London highs. Boom. Enter at this candle. I would break even at these highs for sure and hit break even. But honestly, this is not a trade I really like want to enter just because I don't have like a nice target. I don't like entering a trade without a nice target. There's not really anything to target here. Yeah, this is just chop. Oh yeah, this is just like super chop. Yeah, what the fuck? Um, yeah, I mean, we came down here, re-swept all the lows, so we took out these SMTs. So there's no SMTs at the lows anymore, but what the hell is this? Hell nah. Because none of these draws are confident for me. I'm just going to go next day. Start a New York session. Bow. Hello. Daily. Still in this gap? Question mark? Nah. Okay, so we inverse this gap. Daily gap. I think I'm pretty positive, just like I said, on the higher time frame that we're pushing towards these highs. So until we start respecting like bearish confluences, I would be bullish. But I do need definitely some sort of lower time frame. Condition or target. I'm not just gonna straight target these highs and be like, yeah, let me just shoot for the moon. Let's go 4 hour. Nothing crazy. We do have a gap here on ES. Redo that one. Four-hour gap there on ES. Oh wait, I didn't mean to do that. Why is it all like seconds? Can I just... Okay. I guess I'll just... Okay, cool. Just had to get it back to the 1 minute. This is 9 o'clock exactly, so 9:30. Perfect. Cool. On the 1 hour, we actually have no gap. So we have a 4 hour here on NASDAQ. On the 1 hour, we have nothing. Right now, we're currently SMTing these highs right here. I'm going to draw my session liquidity. Because right now, we are above these highs, while NASDAQ, we are not. Boom. Usually, I'm pretty sure on, I don't really know because when I trade, here, let me open my trading view. When I trade on trading view, I just kind of had this one. And this one, I think, covers the aftermarket sessions too, is usually how I just like to mark it out. I don't know. I think I got it from TGR or something. I don't know. But, because I think normally I would count this as Asia high. But we do really just have kind of like this 15-minute intermediate high session liquidity here, perhaps. But ES already took this out. So really, I'm just going to draw the SMT and call it a day. SMT, turn this shit off. Boom. So, what are we doing? Any hourly gaps again? No hourly gaps. 30 minutes. There is a 30-minute gap right here that we already tapped into once before. 30-minute gap over here. We have a 30-minute gap a little closer too. This is the same one from before. And we're SMTing the lows right now. Okay, so we're big time SMTing the lows. Let's see if we sweep out some liquidity first. Well, I guess we already did, technically. But we are creating an SMT at the lows right here, and there's a 30-minute gap right here for NASDAQ. ES is already in a 30-minute gap. Why am I covering my mouth? Y'all probably can't hear me that well. Nasdaq is about to trace into this 30-minute gap. Let's see, 5 minute. Let's go in the 5 minutes so I can watch the open. Where S&T and the lows are ready, but we want to see something. It's gonna tell us, yeah, ripping up straight off the open. Okay, so is the unfilled 30-minute? No, we filled this 30-minute before. Hourly, 4 hours unfilled. We might see something down there before because we had this tracement up. Currently in gap areas, right? Currently in this hourly gap. Okay, cool. So 1 minute. 1 minute. If we take out this, we wouldn't have an S&T at the highs anymore. But we do have an S&T at the highs right now as we stand. Let's see what we want to do here. Push all the way up. We're holding the S&T right now. What time is it? 9:39. I'm gonna take that out. No, we're not. Oh my goodness, S&T at the highs right here on the lower time frame. Yeah, so we have an S&T at these highs. We're making a lower time frame S&T right here. So we go down here while we go up over here. If we just edge this gap, I'd like to see us down to this kind of 4-hour gap. But honestly, that could be pretty ambitious. There is an unfilled 5-minute that we're about to put in over here. Let's just see. Just because we did wick down, there's not necessarily a inverse for us to take. So you take out the SMT high. No more SMT. Everybody takes everything out. Not really anything here. It's just kind of like a straight up, straight down move. $9.48. So we just opened up this 15-minute candle. If we just chop around here until 10, I'd be looking for that 15-minute. Yeah, and we're SMTing these highs right now. We're just pushing higher and higher. Okay, so this 15 minutes about to close. If we can kind of like manipulate these highs one more time, I would love that. Love that. Because we do have these S&T at the highs, but we didn't like really resweep much, and there's no real inverse for me to catch on this leg. If we just go straight down to it, that's okay though. Happens. Yep. Wow. Oh my goodness. Wow. That is a crazy 10 a.m. candle. Crazy 10 a.m. candle. Okay, so we took out the, here, let me declutter this a little bit. Wow, so we took out the highs up here, took out a lot of the lows. Did we take out, we SMT anything? No, but yes, looks like it has equal lows resting below. Yeah, I mean, there's not really, I mean, after everything, that candle kind of swept everything there. Now we are creating an SMT at, no, we're not. If we take this high out though, we will. Kind of just chopping around here. We did take out this high on both indexes. Okay, so there's not really much I'm looking for here then. This might be a GG go next again. Nothing to really see here. That 10 a.m. candle kind of fucked it. Yeah, not really. There was like maybe at the bottom of this doji. Nah, because we already hit it. Be to like see out these highs maybe, but this honestly betting on retracing to these highs. It's like yeah, ass. Time 40 minutes. All right, we're finishing it up. This is pretty much literally a little back testing session on how to catch one amazing trade and how to stay out of the market for 2 days. Real shit. And I barely even ate, but always remember to back test. You want to make sure your confidence is high when you're actually going into the market, so that when an opportunity presents itself, you're not too busy hesitating. So I'll let this run a little bit more. Let's get this last one in real quick. Daily. It's Tuesday. Whoa, big new day opening gap. Big new day opening gap right here. Not on ES. Oh, yes on ES. Oh my god, what? Huh? Okay. So, alright. On ES, the new day opening, or it was a new week opening gap for ES. What the hell? That's so weird. That on NASDAQ, Monday opened up down here. And on ES, Monday opened up all the way up there. That's mad weird. But anyways, there's a new week opening gap right below us. Right now, I guess we tapped into this on Monday for ES. On NASDAQ, we never did. So technically, is this an SMT? I don't know. I don't think so. I do not think so, because technically that's not a low. Technically this is a high. This right here is a high, because it makes an up candle then a down candle. But anyways, let's go a little bit lower. We have some gaps below us on the higher time frame. Where are we? We took out these highs that I was saying we're going to take out. As far as the daily goes, it looks like ES is at all-time highs. Okay, so we're just kind of bullish. ES is at all-time highs. So we're just going to kind of see if there's a little continuation or a little bullish confluence that I can catch. Maybe into some sort of 15-minute or internal liquidity if we manipulate downwards. Let's do 30-minute candle, 30-minute candle. Let me just see where our session liquidity is at. Cool. So we have previous day low, right? That's what that would be. That's today's low. Yeah, it's fucked up. It's all fucked up because ES has an extra day that's up here. Anyways. This is pretty simple just because we had just came off of a bunch of all-time highs price action. So I was studying it a lot. So these lows here, where this new week opening gap is actually where Asia is for NASDAQ. Even though I didn't really trade exactly the best, but that was before I started trading how I trade now. Kind of changed up my strategy a little bit, so it should be a little easier to catch if there's something. You have London and Asian lows below. simply like I don't want nothing. I don't want to call it nothing too crazy. I just want to see a retrace to some sort of pool of liquidity, and then we're a reaction up. That's all we're really looking for here. So we're just gonna see if we decide to truck up. Okay, we come down. We tap into this 15-minute. Let's see how we react out of here if we want to continue down a little more. On the 5-minute, taking out both lows. Oops. All right. Oh, Jesus. Big reaction out of one candle. That's crazy. Okay, perfect. So SMT at the lows over here. We're in a 15-minute gap. SMT at the lows. Chop. There's not a real anything for me to catch here, so I'm just gonna wait. Chopping around again. We take out all the lows, so no more SMT. Unless there's more lows to the left of us. That ES took, or that NASDAQ took out. Nope. We are still in this 15-minute gap though. Perfect. We swept out these lows over to the left of us over here. So now we're creating an SMT at these lows. Higher time frame SMT, so this is giving me actually a lot more confidence. Boom. Wow. Okay, let's go down to the 1 minute over here, see what's going on. NASDAQ's still going lower. We did inverse this candle, but no like sweep or nothing. Are we gonna come down? Are we looking for London lows at this point? Or nah, there is a deeper 15-minute gap here. I think with all-time highs, it's like you want to be bullish until like it's really inversing and proving you wrong. Right now, it looks like we're still going to stay in this 15-minute gap. Let's see. So, yeah, so we stay in the 15-minute gap. We open up the 10 a.m. candle. If we can manipulate these lows one more time, I'd love it. It's an easy PO3. Technically, we do SMT these lows. ES takes them out while NASDAQ does not. Yeah, but not really an entry for me. Yeah, that's okay. See if there's a 5-minute and a 3-minute. 3-minute, the RR is not there because it's already like in. You wanna here. Let me see if I can find a good. Does this have my thing? What about the GAN box? I think my GAN box has it. So like, for example, right? If I'm gonna target anything on NASDAQ, it would be these highs, right? Since ES is at equal highs, you want to target the highs. There's not really like, unless there's a high time frame gap above here, but nah, it would just be, if I'm gonna target anything else, it would be like these highs probably. But what I'm trying to say is if I was to take the trade up to those highs, 5-minute. Oops. If I was to take the trade up to these highs right here, oh fuck, damn, I can't get my shit together. Trade up to these highs right here. You want to buy it when you're below 50%, when you're in a discount. You want to buy in a discount, and above 50% is called a premium. You want to sell in a premium. So if I'm going to buy in a premium, that automatically makes my RR worse. And let's see, especially of like the range that you're targeting. Like if I were to enter here off the 3 minute, I would have negative risk to reward taking it to this high. And even if I targeted that higher liquidity, I would still be at 0.72, which is not like I need to be 1-1 to catch any kind of trade. So I mean, let's see, there's no other gap that we're going into. It is only 10:21. Oh, but we're SMTing all these highs, huh? Yeah, we're SMTing all these highs, so I wouldn't really be looking for a long anymore. If anything, I might try to see if I can find a short, but we still have a high time frame SMT at these lows, so it looks like we're creating 2 SMTs at the highs, but we're not really in any gap, I don't think, like not in a 5-minute gap or nothing. This price action just looks in general dodgy being this late. Yeah, I'm good. Honestly. Let me see. This was 10:36. We did come back down into this 15-minute, but it was just like a straight up, straight down move. Not anything I would catch. Alright, well, that's probably going to wrap it up for this video. I know I said I'm going to do one more just to be on a day that we don't catch a trade, but you got to be okay not trading, especially on the live market too. If your setup does not present itself, you don't fucking trade. That's just how it goes. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. If you want to watch me lose all my money, I have a lot of other videos up. Check out this psychology video. Besides that, I mean, guys, have a great night. I appreciate your view. If you want to see my face again, click one of these videos, subscribe, like if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't like it. So, have a great day.